Good morning. Thank you, KCM, for having me here this morning, to talk about branding. Well, Gold Star, let me start by putting Gold Star, by saying that it's been a very unconventional branding journey for the product. Meaning, when we started Gold Star, it was a very conventional shoes, it was a very conventional product, and we, in Gold Star, didn't know what we were creating. But it's just that we wanted to give that product with a value, and that's all what we wanted to do. We didn't want to create a flash, or we didn't want to create a big branding campaign, or it was something which was done very, very in a very low sort of a way, because we didn't know what we were getting into. And so, can I have my presentation now? Yeah, yeah, sure. Thanks. Okay. So this is Gold Star that we know today, and I'm going to talk about Gold Star, how it started, when it started, and how it is doing over the years, and been a journey, and it's been a fantastic journey for everybody in the group. So incidentally, Gold Star started in 1970. That's the year when I was born, and that's the year when Gold Star was born. So when the process of Gold Star was being launched, at that particular time, my dad, he is no more with us, but what his vision was to create a product for which every Nepali can wear. So that was basically the theme, the underline, where it would be affordable and value for money shoes, right? And so that's what we have stuck to all these years. And over the period of time, as you can see, from 1990 onwards to 2015. In 2015, we broke all records. We sold more than 1 crore pair, which is 10 million pairs of shoes, and that was the very, very high time. And we were all going gaga, and and without having to spend a penny on branding, without having to spend a penny on marketing. What we were doing, we thought was great. That we were breaking all the rules set by all brand gurus, and we're breaking all the, we're not going by the book. We were just doing things our own way. You couldn't even had seen a single ad of Gold Star till last year. So I'm going to talk about that. So suddenly the drop happened from 2015 to 2017 till today. What is happening is that the drop happened. I feel happy to share this with you guys today, because it's an experience, and you become so euphoric when your brand is doing too good, when your product is being sold, and then you're not spending too much on the brand, you're not doing things, the orthodox things, which a branding or a marketing person would tell you to ask you to do. We're completely against the books. We're completely against the the rules, and but still we were just riding high, and we're doing great until 2015. So what happened was that the political scenario came upon us, which is the Nakabandi, the blockade, right? So what happened was that our export dropped because of the the unseen force. And last year it was demonetization in India, which had impacted even our Nepal sale. And for some reason, I'm still trying to find out what it is, but then still, whatever happened in India happened to us. And somehow, whatever happens in India, we are affected. So that's, how I began to, to fathom, So that's how it is. And, but let me talk about why Nepal, Made in Nepal is a brand, okay? When we started exporting Gold Star shoes to India, we had a very moderate response initially. I mean, when I myself, 15 years ago, 17 years ago, went to Indian markets and I started, carrying my, the bag full of shoes and then showing it to the distributors across India, especially North India. Those distributors over there used to give me lectures on how a shoe should be, how it should be. Used to tell me like, in Hindi, ये इतना होना चाहिए, ये ऐसा होना चाहिए, आपका ऐसा नहीं है, आपका जूता अच्छा नहीं है, all those things. And but I don't know, and something was there. I felt really sad on that particular point in time. But when I came back, I said, oh, nothing doing. I have to push it, no matter what. So I started, I actually created my own distribution system in Delhi. From Delhi, I started distributing shoes all across India. But initially, it was North India. And when people started wearing my shoes, then they perceived the value. They perceived the value because I was not doing any conventional branding, marketing, anything. I was just asking people to wear it. So initially, it was for people to make people to wear my shoes. It was the price point. So I made the price point in such a way that it would appeal to the people. So when that appealed to the people, so what that did was people started wearing those shoes. And when people started wearing those shoes, they felt the value. So it was durable. It was a new design back then. Yeah, it was a new design back then. And, people are actually, feeling that, okay, 200 rupees, no problem. Even if I wear it and then throw it in 2 months, it doesn't matter. It was 200 rupees per pair. And so it started doing good. And then, what happened was, eventually, people were wearing the same shoes which they bought for 200 rupees for a year. And that gave them the value. So what happened was, over the period of time, the word of mouth, and from one distributor to another distributor, from one retailer to another retailer, from one consumer to another consumer, it started becoming a wildfire. It started, to become a wildfire. And that was the point when, it just, our sales started growing from every year we were hitting 40%, 50% growth. That's exactly what was happening. And there was an instance where, why Made in Nepal is a brand, is that, there were a lot of other companies who were making Gold Star, fake Gold Stars, right? By name of Gold Star, made as Nepal. I'm talking about in India, things happening in India. Made as Nepal, designed in Nepal, styled in Nepal, but Gold Star. They can't write Gold Star Made in Nepal, because Made in Nepal is Made in Nepal. And there were a lot of companies in Nepal also making Gold Star Made in Nepal and then actually selling it across. But because Gold Star could not be made over here because of IP regulations, trademark and the brand regulations over here, so we raided a lot of companies in Nepal, and we captured all fake products and everything, and then started, those people started writing Glad Store, some, putting A to, in place of O, and, O in place of A, and, so on and so forth. They were making all sort of Gold Star, but not Gold Star. So there was a point in time in India, so where, I was told by my distributors that it had gotten so popular that they used to come to their shops and they used to put one foot forward, right? And can you hear me? And they used to put one foot forward and ask the guy, okay, Gold Star आपके पास gold star है, right? And if the guy would say yes, then he would put another foot forward. Yeah? If the guy would say no, then he would just take it back. And when he would put another foot forward, he would ask another thing. Gold star made in Nepal hai. You know, so that itself became a brand. So it was phenomenal for me. And so what I was doing, I thought at that particular point what I was doing was right. And you know, I mean, everything was going for us because of the price, the value, the perceived the value of the product, and it was amazing. So it was innovation where, you know, I thought there were a couple of things that were actually contributing to the factor. It was innovation. We're not innovating a lot of in terms of designs, but we're putting all new technologies and new ideas into the product, new ideas into the in the production system. So that was the innovation that we did. The perceived value I talked about, which I'm going to talk about a little bit later. And then it was very affordable shoes. And it connected to the masses because of the price, because of the quality, because of the durability, and so on and so forth. And of course, the quality assurance is there. So I'm not comparing Tata with Gold Star. I'm just comparing Nano with Gold Star. So what Nano did, what Tata did, was they spent, I mean, exuberant amount of money in creating this Nano brand. And pre-launch and even post-launch. And what had happened was they bombed. Actually, the idea was similar to ours. They were giving affordable car, 1 lakh per car. They were giving the value. They were giving they thought they were giving the value. And it was a family car. It was, you know, it was everything that a little family, you know, a Nano family would look for. And which we were doing also. I mean, in terms of Gold Star, we were also like giving that value, giving that price, giving that affordability, that's, you know, everything. And that they were also doing. But what happened? The perceived value of that car was not perceived well enough by the consumer. That's why they bombed. You know, over the period of years, we saw that Nano was not doing too well. But why did it work for us? Why did it work for Gold Star? Without having to even spend a penny on brand. So it's still a question. So what happens is that, you know, I connect to the masses in terms of the, you know, in Maslow's hierarchy, the bottom of the pyramid. That's where I cater to. That's where I enjoy myself being. And I don't want to sell shoes more than, I want to sell shoes, anything less than 1,000 rupees in retail. And if you are buying Gold Star shoes, conventional Gold Star shoes for more than that, then don't buy it. That's you're being ripped off. So that's where I belong, and that's where the masses, that's where my you know, hard work is, and you know, and I enjoy being there. And now, what I'm going to talk about is that, you know, after the drop in 2015, after 2015. What I thought was that, you know, innovation that I needed was not only in terms of the technology, I needed innovation in new products as well. So I started introducing new products, and then I started putting in Bharat Bateni, and, you know, I had my own flagship stores all across. We started doing a little bit of, you know, sponsorships all across. We started doing a lot of social media, a lot of Facebook, Instagram. We're doing this product called Nepal Reacts, which is very, very controversial sort of a media message, right? And you know, where it triggered was basically Sasto Deal, Kemu, and all, you know, they started keeping our product, and suddenly I saw that the new generation started liking our product as we're giving out new designs and all. They thought it was a good product, they thought it was a good design. Earlier designs were for older people. Now these new designs are for us. So what they thought was that, you know, they liked the product, and they liked the fact that it was made in Nepal. You know, and then that's where that, little bit of, sentimental patriotism comes in amongst all Nepalese here. And, everywhere I go, people talk about, oh, made in Nepal, it's made in Nepal, and it's made in Nepal, and it's good design and everything, And then I'm really enjoying that. So can we play the video? So we made a little small ad. So with this, I want to end by saying that, I'm slowly getting into that line now. I'm branding my product, and, which I didn't do for such a long time, but I'm still doing all right. But now I feel that branding is needed. Branding is important for any brand to be there. And with all those other ingredients, the innovations, the new designs, the new, the product line and new everything. And of course, the brand has to be there. Thank you.